Hi, I'm Emmy, creator of Emmy Diane Skincare, licensed esthetician, and trusted skin expert when it comes to acne and anti-aging. Today, I'm sharing 5 do's and don'ts when it comes to traveling. Number 1, you do want to make sure that you use lots of hydrating skincare products before you travel. This is especially true if you're traveling by air because the air on airplanes is incredibly dehydrating to the skin. So not only do our bodies get dehydrated, but our skin does too. And the best way to kind of minimize dehydration while you're traveling is to load up on hydrating skincare products. So what does that look like exactly? Well, I love using a hydrating toner, which is gonna give my skin lots of water moisture. And then I like to layer on top of that a humectant, which is an ingredient that draws tons of moisture to itself. So from our line, some of my favorites are our Skin Quencher Gel and our Firming Peptide Serum. And while that's still damp on the skin, you then wanna lock all that moisture in with a hydrating moisturizer. And the one that I love the most when I'm traveling because it helps to maintain a really healthy moisture barrier is our Barrier Balance Cream. Did you know your moisturizer isn't really supposed to moisturize your skin? It's supposed to lock in moisture. So you want to look for ingredients that do help to lock in moisture, like ceramides or other emollients that will really make sure that the skin retains the moisture that you put on it instead of evaporating off. And that's what we're trying to prevent, is this evaporation of the moisture from our skin, which happens way more rapidly when you're on an airplane. Okay, number 2, you want to leave at home any sun sensitizing ingredients or products if you're traveling somewhere where you're going to be outside a lot. Maybe it's a tropical vacation, maybe it's a ski vacation, maybe you're just going to be hiking a lot. And the reason is that some ingredients can actually make your skin more susceptible to not only sunburn, but also sun damage. One that is especially true here is retinols. And while it's great to stay really consistent with them, you want to be mindful when you're traveling, if you're going to be outside a lot, that the retinol could make you more sensitive to the sun, but also retinols do tend to also be drying and irritating to the skin. And if you're exposing your skin to the elements, that adds an element where the skin can get more dry or irritated just from that exposure. And then on top of that, with your retinol, it's like, phew, that's a great way to have a skin crisis while you're on vacation. So I do recommend leaving your products like a retinol at home if you are going to be outside adventuring. Third, you always want to make sure that you wear your sunscreen before your flight. You may not know this, but when you are up in the sky in an airplane and the windows open, those UV rays are so much stronger than they are when you are down on the earth. And so you want to make sure that you have good sun protection on, because if the person next to you has the window open, you are being exposed to those UV rays. It's best if you can to shut the shade. That's what I like to do, but in some cases that's just not possible. So I always like to err on the side of caution. Make sure that you load up with sun protection before you get on that plane. Okay. Number 4 might sound weird and maybe counterintuitive, but you do not want to mist your face with any kind of like hydrating toner or a spray while you're on the flight. And the reason is that when you spray the hydrating toner or mist on your skin, you intend for it to hydrate the skin. But what actually happens is, since the airplane air is so dry, it evaporates off so rapidly, and with it, it will actually pull the moisture from within your skin. And this is the opposite of what you want to have happen. Save your hydrating mist to spray on your skin when you get to your destination. Just don't spray it when you are in flight. The 5th one is to be super consistent. I mean, this goes without saying, but consistency is like the secret to amazing, beautiful skin. And sometimes it can get complicated when you're traveling. Make sure that you bring all your products with you that you're using. Stay super consistent. You know, sometimes when you have a long haul flight, like an international flight, it can be tricky because you're not quite sure what to do with your skincare routine, especially when you're changing time zones and all the different things. So what I like to do is, if I have, say, an international flight that's a red-eye flight, I'm gonna pack in my carry-on like minis of all my skincare products, and I will actually head to the bathroom before my flight and do my nighttime routine. When I get to my destination, before I leave the airport, I'll run to the bathroom, to do my business, but then also I'm gonna do my morning routine and add my sunscreen too. And that way, not only, is my skin gonna feel great because I am being consistent with it, but you're ready for the day too. You could throw on a tiny bit of makeup and just go for it. And I always recommend that you also bring baby wipes, because it can sometimes be hard to wash at the bathroom sink in an airport bathroom. And then always bring a washcloth with you, and this is to dry your hands off, because I learned the hard way one time that it was a bathroom, they didn't have any paper towels. It was just the blow dryer thingies. And I was a mess. So bring a little washcloth to be able to dry yourself off with, so that you're not splashing water everywhere. So here's a recap. First, do load up on hydrating products before you travel. Second, do not bring any sun sensitizing products like your retinol. Third, always apply your sunscreen before you travel. Fourth, don't mist your face when you're in flight. And number 5, always stay really consistent with your skincare. Your skin is gonna love you for it.